She lied to her baby's father for 9 months about being pregnant, along with his family, who was very supportive and went all out with a baby shower and everything. Okay. Freedom. Freedom. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Jaleesa, and this is my show Jaleesa Unfiltered, where I come through Facebook and other social media platforms and find the craziest stories that have gone viral and discuss it. And sometimes I might throw some other things in there too. But in this particular video, we are going to be talking about a 27-year-old woman who lied about being pregnant for 9 months. So we're going to discuss this. But before we do, I would appreciate it so much if you guys would like this video and help me to grow my channel, help me to break through that algorithm, and also to stay up to date with my new videos. Make sure you subscribe and join the Jaleesa Unfiltered family. I appreciate everyone that has been rocking with me from the very beginning. And I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers really soon. By the end of the month, I would love that. And I know y'all can help me do that because it's absolutely free to subscribe. So make sure you do that and make sure you like and comment and share and all that good stuff. All right, now that that is over with, let's jump into this crazy story. Okay, so it all started with a Facebook post from her baby's father's mother, who threw her a baby shower. The baby shower was held on Saturday, April 12th of this year. And it was a beautiful shower, as you can see. I'll show the gifts. You have family participating in games. Check it out. You had the mom to be, quote unquote, and the father to be, taking pictures together. You see him holding her stomach. You see a family photo of the both of them with, family members. You see a beautiful cake, saying that Cadence is about to enter the world and the family was looking forward to it. The mom even made a post thanking family members for joining them and, contributing to such a beautiful event to welcome her new grandchild. I mean, look at these pictures. Look at these posts. It looks like something that was done with love, But then there's a plot twist, a major plot twist. Now, the crazy thing is that she already has a son with this guy. So why she, went this route, I don't know. But without further ado, let's go in and get into this post. And the mother is a pretty long post, so bear with me as I read through it, okay? All right, so it says, this past Saturday, we hosted a baby shower for my son and his girlfriend, excited to welcome a new life into our family. We decorated, brought gifts, and celebrated with love and hope for the baby we believed was coming. Just a few days later, on Wednesday morning, she told my son that the baby had passed away due to breathing complications at birth. She claimed the hospital had taken her phone and that she couldn't call or FaceTime, and that her mother would reach out to explain. She even sent a photo of what we believed was the unalived baby. Unfortunately, we later discovered that the photo she sent was not her baby at all. It was a living baby belonging to someone else. That prompted us to take a deeper look at everything she had said and shared. We uncovered more lies, including a fake screenshot of a doctor visit dated October 3rd, 2024, months ago. To say we are heartbroken and in shock is an understatement. I welcomed this young woman into my home, trusted her, and celebrated this moment as any mother would. I want to sincerely thank everyone who came out to support us and also apologize for unknowingly being a part of something that wasn't real. We're sharing this in hopes that those who know her or her family, especially Demetria Dowd Harris and Derek Harris, can step in and offer her the help she clearly needs. I think Demetria Dowdell Harris and Derek Harris, now that I'm looking at this screenshot, I think Demetria Harris is her mother and Derek Harris is her father. Anyway, let's continue with this post. This has caused a lot of hurt, confusion, and sadness, and we're still trying to process it all. Please keep our family in your prayers as we work through this situation. Picture below show proof that Elery, okay, so her name is Elery Singleton, is a compulsive liar, just sad. Feel free to share. I want this to go viral. And that indeed it did. So Elery definitely went viral. And this has taken Facebook by storm. I'm not sure if it has made it to any other social media platform, but this is crazy to lie like this for 9 months, to send fake screenshots, to send a picture of a live baby after you said the baby that you were carrying is deceased is crazy. It's just that's crazy. All right, so let's get into some of these, shots of her at the baby shower. Like, look at this, you guys. She is posted up with her baby father. Look at them. He looks so happy. He's holding her stomach, He's sitting there holding up the sign of the baby's name, and she's just looking all happy, smiling herself like this is all true. This is next level. This is next level mental health, pathological liar type. What? Look at her smiling in this picture. She doesn't really look pregnant here. I guess, maybe she appeared to gain weight. Maybe it just, I don't know. In this particular picture with them holding hands, she doesn't really look pregnant there, but I guess, it was believable enough. I guess her stomach wasn't that big before. Maybe she was, wearing a padded stomach. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's her stomach, but it doesn't necessarily look like a pregnant belly. But they believed her, I guess maybe because they had a child before, it wasn't far-fetched to believe that she was pregnant again for the second time. So yeah, it looked like the family was pretty supportive. Check out this picture. I believe it is her baby's father's grandmother, being excited about finding out that she is about to give birth to, probably her great-grandchild. And now she has to find out that, that wasn't the case. She has pictures of ultrasounds. And this is the evidence that the mother found out when, I guess, she maybe reverse searched the images or searched up ultrasound pictures on Google, and this image popped up, and this is one of the images that she sent to her baby father. I think this may have been the October doctor's appointment that she was talking about. Here's another one of a screen. They do that now when you have an ultrasound. They have it up on a TV monitor, so you don't necessarily have to look at the ultrasound machine next to you. You can look straight forward and see it. So it looks like this is what she probably sent him and the family to convince them that, she was actually with child. This is crazy. Look at these pictures. A cake, waiting on cadence. That's crazy. The family is actually playing baby shower games. Look at this. I mean, they went all out for her. Look at all these gifts. I can't imagine the amount of time and money and effort that went into creating something like this. There's the invitation. Once again, there's the mom thanking everybody for coming. She has lots of pictures. I mean, she was loved, and so was that supposed to be baby. And she just, wow, this is a terrible lie to tell. I mean, this is a terrible lie to tell. I mean, this is crazy, y'all. This is just wild. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some text message screenshots that were shared in this situation. And we're going to start off with a screenshot of a photo that she sent her baby father of a hospital wristband showing that she was in the hospital. And I mean, maybe he reached out to her to see what was going on. Maybe he hadn't heard from her. His response up above the picture is cut off, so you can't really tell. But there goes the wristband. She sent the wristband, and it looks like it says, "My mom is going to talk to you." And that's what his mother mentioned in the post, that she said her mom was going to explain everything. And I actually saw a comment. I don't remember if I screenshotted it or not, but they said that her mother was aware of her lying. Like her mom actually knew that she was not being truthful about this pregnancy, and kind of aided and abetted her. And that's what they're saying, allegedly. If you notice up above, you can see where he has her saved as Bookie Butt with a little heart emoji. So, that was his boo. And things started to change after that. Let's go on to this next text message. I guess he figured out something wasn't right. And Bookie Butt changed to "love forever gone" with a broken heart emoji. This is the thread. So it looks like he asked her, can he see the child? His baby, And he says, "Can I see him?" And she didn't respond. And maybe this is like the following day. Maybe it took her a minute to respond. And he says, "Hello." And then he says, "Shaking my head." And then she responds back, "I'm just now getting my phone back. Last night was a nightmare and I wasn't able to talk to anybody. I just cried and cried all night long. I thought my mom talked to you. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm not in the headspace to talk on the phone, but yes, I had him last night. He was born not breathing." And he put shaking, her baby father responded, "Shaking my head again." And this is like a little bit of the picture right there in that screenshot. But here is the picture that was posted on the thread. Here's a screenshot of that photo of the baby that she sent, that they said is actually not the baby. And that baby is someone else's baby who is perfectly fine and alive. Okay, so it looks like he is calling her out on this. And she responded, I'm going to jump to the third line right here because I don't know what she said, but that's J3 telling him "you're dumb as F." And then she says, "Yeah, I lied and shouldn't have, but that's the only way you would have left us alone, just being honest." Then he responds, "Whatever, don't care about that." And then she says, "I'm weird and that's fine. Okay." And he responds back, "You is." And then she says, "Well, now you know the truth. Nothing else to talk about." So it sounds like, moving on, looks like he sent her a voice message. And then she says, "Boy, whatever, you answered. So I don't even want to hear it. It's cool. It's over. Okay, cool. I don't care." He responds back, "Say less." And then she responds, "I still got your son, so you still going to be trying years later. And even if you don't, guess he going to be okay. He's well taken care of." And then he responds back, whatever, bruh, don't give a F. You know, the fact that she's irritated in those text messages, as if though she really like I don't think she understands or quite comprehends what she has done. She's acting like it's not that big of a deal. Like why are you even mad? Like, okay, now you know the truth. Like, you know, I still got your son, so basically still got to deal with me, you know, or, you know, like she was just very, I don't know. Let me look. Did she apologize? I mean, I don't know. This is a crazy story. This is a crazy scenario. Like, to go 9 months and pretend and lie about being pregnant about 9 months. You know, these are the type of things, I know y'all have seen some type of true crime or heard of stories where women go as far as befriending pregnant women and then doing the worst thing in the world by taking their lives and then taking their baby, you know, from the womb and carrying it around and like it's theirs to keep up with the lie for their man. You know what I mean? So they could keep the man around because they done lied and said that they were pregnant. No, they weren't pregnant. Kept it going. The man didn't question the situation. And instead of coming clean, they commit the ultimate act. I mean, most evil act, and it could get to that point. I mean, thankfully, she didn't go that far. But to bring somebody's baby's photo in the mix and say that was just everything that she did, how her brain worked, and if her mother really did know that she was lying, you know, and aided and abetted her daughter in this nonsense. I mean, I don't know what type of mindset this 27-year-old woman has. She's somebody's mother. She's raising a son herself. I mean, I don't know. This is crazy. But all right, enough of what I got to say. Let's jump into what some people had to say in the comment section, because y'all know people was going in on this story, like, you know, and even sharing their own stories. So let's get into some of these comments. All right, so the first comment, this person says, damn, I mean, I've lied about being pregnant to keep a man before. He didn't give a F after 3 days. I told him I wasn't pregnant. This was 3 days. Tops, not 9 months. Yeah, I mean, it's still wrong to lie about being pregnant, but to go 9 months is even worse. And like I said, it could have ended up in a really bad situation. This other person says how they didn't realize she wasn't really pregnant for 9 whole months. Something ain't adding up. This sounds like a whole catfish episode. Yeah, I can see that too. It definitely does. Because I asked myself that. I'm like, you can tell from certain angles she doesn't look pregnant, in my opinion. But you know, some guys, they're very oblivious to a woman's anatomy and how things are supposed to be. I don't know, but they've had a child together before, unless he wasn't around for that pregnancy. But then also the mom, maybe they were close, but she said she was in her own. I don't know. That's my question. How did they not realize that she wasn't really pregnant for 9 months? Yeah, something definitely isn't adding up. All right, this other person says, it's her smiling big in the pictures knowing it ain't no baby for me. Exactly. Like, you have to be next level out of your mind to be sitting there, like, talk about attention. Like, that's what you call, that's a very narcissistic individual. Like, wow. And then play the victim. Crazy. This other person says, so you never went to any doctor's appointments? He never investigated any of this way before 9 months later? He didn't. He probably trusted her. He probably trusted her a lot. You know, he probably thought this is already his baby mother. Like, why would she lie about having a second child with him? Maybe, I don't know. This other person says, we still thinking a baby will keep a man in 2025? Yikes. That's scarier than what she did. I feel horrible for dude. She needs to be in a padded room or behind bars. Definitely. Ladies, a baby will never, ever, not ever keep a man. A man has to want to stay. Okay? He has to want to stay. Because you could do all that, have a baby, and he still ain't gonna stay. He still end up not wanting to be with you and decide to co-parent or just, leave you and your child high and dry. I mean, that's the reality of things sometimes. So I agree with this comment. We should definitely not still be thinking that a man will stay because you have his child. We all know that's not true. All right, this other person says this. It looks like they have a little bit of a story time. So this is a little bit longer comment. So bear with me. This person says, not hard to believe. The same thing happened to my cousin who passed away. He thought he was having a boy before he was gone. And the supposedly baby mother gave birth the day after he passed. But all of a sudden, it's a girl. Ooh. She would wear fake baby bumps around him. She befriended a mom who had just gave birth to her baby girl. See, I was talking about this, and was bringing the baby around as it was my cousin's baby. The mother of the baby needed help when she worked and did not know anything about the situation. My cousin's sister saw an insurance card in the baby's diaper bag, and that's how we figured out she was telling lies about the baby. My cousin, his mother, was so hurt. She really thought she had one more piece of her son left behind. People can be weird. Wow. I mean, what's the point? Now that's a crazy story. That's wild. Okay, this other commenter says, I think this is clickbait. It ain't making sense for real. Yeah, definitely. I can see how you might think that, but to go through all of that, to plan a baby shower, to have, to go through with a whole baby shower, have the family playing games, taking photos, spending that kind of money, people bringing gifts, for this to be clickbait. Maybe it's a fake baby shower. I don't know, but maybe it's real and they're saying that it's fake but if this is clickbait, this is one hell of a clickbait, I tell you. All right, this comment says, so he never saw her actually hard belly. I think this person is trying to say, so he never saw her actual hard belly. No appointments, but his mama did a whole shower. Maybe I'm just not stupid because couldn't have fooled me nor my wallet. Yeah, some people are just really nice. And, they don't want to look bad for not being supportive. So they're going to go through with it because, they don't want to look like the bad guy. She probably really thought that she was having another grandchild. Maybe she did that for the first, baby, and they didn't question it. I think the fact that she had a child with him already is probably one of the main reasons why they did not question whether she was really having a baby with him again or not. All right, so this other comment says, wait, yes, she is wrong. No way around or under that. But are people ignoring the fact that she did this for security? She said that's the only way you wouldn't leave us. This man was abandoning his family. If I was her, I'd be ecstatic I wasn't pregnant. Somebody responded to this comment and said, oh, you sound real dumb for real. Y'all always flipping it in the most stupidest way. Yeah, she, okay, I get it. I get what you're saying, but no, I don't get it. It's still not okay to lie about being pregnant. Okay, if this guy was abandoning his family, lying about being pregnant is the last thing you want to do. And then you turn around and say, if I was her, I'll be ecstatic I wasn't pregnant. Obviously, that's not the case. She pretended to be pregnant to keep him around. It's not about him abandoning his family. He could leave her even with 2 children. So she has to take responsibility for her actions somewhere down the line, whether she was wrong or right or whatever. This is not okay. You don't lie like this. You don't carry out such an elaborate lie to the point you have people believing that you're with child. You're saying that the baby passed. You're telling this man that he lost his child, and you can't talk on the phone. Like, come on now. She was dead wrong. I can't agree with that comment. I'm sorry. All right, this last comment says, my question is how he didn't know. You mean to tell me he had no idea she was faking her pregnancy? No clue at all. He never lifted her shirt or nothing. I don't understand. I have so many questions. All of this is questionable. Laugh out loud. It is, a lot of it is questionable. I just think this story is so elaborate and crazy, and the ending result of the lie, the baby shower, and then just a few days later, she lies about, going to the hospital and losing the baby and all this. I just think it has you have so many different thoughts and opinions on this matter, and you yourself may have known somebody who has lied about being pregnant to keep a man. You yourself have done that, like that one commenter admitted, and we've all done stupid things in our life. We've all done dumb things that we may regret. But the one thing you have to understand is that you do have to take responsibility for your actions. I mean, you can't just play the victim all the time, and she does need some serious help mentally. She needs to seek therapy, counseling, prayer, an exorcist, something, because that is not normal for you to go through this entire 9 months lying to your entire family or his family, because they're saying that, allegedly her mother knew about the lie and was, aiding her in the lie. If that's true, she could have carried this a lot further and it could have had a worse outcome. But either way, it was terrible. And I feel for that young man. He may never trust another woman again, but can you blame him when he has had this experience in his life? We will want to say not all women are the same. And that's true. But when you have had certain life experience and you've been traumatized by something like this is a traumatic situation. To have believed your girl was pregnant and she lost your child, and then come to find out none of it was true. That's a lot to unpack, for anybody. So I wish him and his family well. I even wish this young woman, Elery, well. I hope that she is able to overcome, her issues, and that she would never do anything like this again, and that she would truly work on herself and understand that regardless of a man, you're valued, and just, never do this again. Don't do this. If you're thinking about doing this, don't do this. Just don't do this. This is not okay. But all right, guys, I'm going to leave the rest of this up to you. Tell me your thoughts on this crazy story. What would you do if you were in this situation? Whether you were the mother of, this was your son or your brother, your cousin that was in a situation with his girlfriend and she lied for 9 months and did all this. What would you do? How would you handle the situation? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. And that's it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and making it this far. Please don't forget to like if you're feeling the content, subscribe so you can stay up to date. And thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you share this video with everyone you know. This is your girl, Jaleesa, and this is Jaleesa Unfiltered. I will talk to y'all next time. Peace and love, fam.